Yesterday, I made a promise on this platform that I was going to follow very closely and monitor each and every event in Jubilee Party as they unfold, and then update you guys on what's happening in Jubilee Party. Because we all know Jubilee Party is currently facing high voltage politics. And we all know also that by yesterday, the allies of the deputy president, led by the deputy president himself, members of parliament, selected senators, and other supporters were already busy writing protest letters in their thousands to registrar of political parties with only one aim of stopping the changes to the officials of the party which were being implemented or which were being engineered by the allies of President Uhuru Kenyatta. And we also know that by yesterday, the allies of the president in that particular party, like Rafael Tuju, like David Murathe, were defiant and were very clear that some of those changes were made under direct instructions of President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Komen is a lawyer. Tell him to read that section. Then tell him to show you where it provides for the leader of majority in the Senate. Twende, kama ni vita wanataka twende vita. Na yeye huyo DP anapiga kelele kwa social media. Hawezi kuongea na mkubwa yake. Alisema juzi wanaongea kila wakati. Mbona sasa anaenda kwa Twitter? Angeongea na his brother, his partner, his party leader. So kama wanaongea, anaenda kufanya nini social media? Ache ujinga, friend. He said he's running on TNA, Transnational, Transformational National. So he had no business coming about the Jubilee Party.
And today, I have monitored something. And I think it's the strategy which the deputy president and his allies are going to use. They're likely to go to court. I'm saying this because by yesterday, when they were writing these protest letters, everybody was writing protest letters. There was one question which was being asked. How do you prove that you are a member of Jubilee Party? You write a protest letter as a member of parliament, but you don't even attach your membership number. Because according to Registrar of political parties, your name must be in the official register of the political party, which was banked with them before the general election. As a matter of fact, Rafael Tuju, David Murathe was explaining this, that when Rafael Tuju went to the registrar to confirm the list of officials, he was surprised that David Murathe was still a vice chair of the party, and that some of these officials had actually resigned, and that's why they wanted to fill them. So what strategy is this which the DP is using? I want to go into that, not today, tomorrow. But today I want us to go through the 10 questions which I've picked, which the DP is asking the registrar of political parties. But before that, why do you think the deputy president and his allies, especially members of parliament, signed that particular protest letter? Because today they compiled that list. And in that list, there were around 150 members of parliament. What message were they trying to send to President Uhuru Kenyatta? And when that list came out, I first rushed to Kiambu County, because we all know President Uhuru Kenyatta comes from Kiambu County. And Kiambu County has 12 constituencies. And when I went through that list of Kiambu County, the deputy president had 6 members of parliament who had already signed that protest letter. Let me just go through those lists. There is Kimani Ichung'wah, the MP for Kikuyu, a self-confessed sycophant of the deputy president. He signed that document. Then there is Moses Kuria. This is very interesting because Moses Kuria is the member of parliament for Gatundu South. And therefore, he is the member of parliament for President Uhuru Kenyatta. And when Moses Kuria addressed the media yesterday, he was very clear that Uhuru Kenyatta and Moses Kuria are the same. They all have equal say in Jubilee Party. Then there is Githui Wanakuruku, I don't know, is the Kiamba member of parliament. I don't know that guy, I want to be honest. Then there is Kago Walidia, the Githunguri member of parliament. Then there is John Amburu, the Larry member of parliament. And then there is Simon Nganga Kingara. the Ruiru member of parliament. So what message was the DP trying to send by publishing that list? And especially because if you look at that list, I was interested in Kiambu, Nakuru, because Nakuru is cosmopolitan, and almost all leaders from Nakuru signed that list. I was interested in Kirinyaga, Nyeri, and the rest. But Kiambu's more so. So we are going to go into that particular details tomorrow. For now, I want us to go through the questions, 10 questions, which the DP and his allies are asking. Because today, the member of parliament for Soi, Caleb Kositany, who is also the Deputy Secretary General of Jubilee Party, went to the Registrar of Political Parties in person and delivered a document. And that document is going to form the basis of what we are going to discuss. Because I believe that document is what the DP and his allies are going to use to either win this war or to lose this war. This is what Caleb Kositany updated on his Facebook page. I delivered a self-explanatory letter to the Registrar of Political Parties. I will collect the said document at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So I'll monitor what is going to do tomorrow, whether you will get the response. I want us to now go into this particular letter and dissect it into pieces. So the letter is request for information and documentations regarding Jubilee Party. Remember, this is the Deputy Secretary General of the party. He's going to register political parties to request documents. Because this is what people like Rafael Tuju was telling them, that there was a meeting. They don't know which meeting. That the National Management Committee met, when and where. So they are going to request for information and any documentations regarding Jubilee Party. So this is what he's saying. I am the Deputy Secretary General of Jubilee Party and a member of Parliament for Soi constituency in Uasin Gishu. I am also a member of the National Executive Committee, NEC, of the above party. The NEC is mandated to, among others, supervise the party's administrative machinery at all levels and to take such measures as are necessary to enforce decisions of the National Delegates Conference. He's saying, over the past few days, there have been allegations and concerns over what I and other members of the party suspect to involve actions of the Secretary General, Honorable Rafael Tuju, and the National Chairman, Nelson Nzuya, which are unprocedural. So they are taking the Secretary General and the Chairman to court. Because these are the documents, the documentations they are following up. And now they are right, because for them to succeed, they must get what the Secretary General wrote and what the Chairman. And it's continuing. These possible commissions include probable submissions of documents and forms to your office that carry or may carry weighty decisions of the party. So basically, this simply means that there are certain decisions in this party which happened, and the officials of the party, like this Deputy Secretary General, is not aware. The Deputy Party Leader is not aware. So I write on my behalf and on behalf of many other members of the party, and in the interest of transparent and prudent management of the party, and guided by the Constitution provisions under Article 35A on the rights to access information held by your office. Any Kenyan has a right to go to get this information. So this is what they are invoking. And yesterday, Kenyans were asking, what was the need of writing thousands protest letters? Because they amount to nothing. They only needed to sit down, organize a letter like what they have now done today. And this is why I strongly believe this is the strategy. Let us go now to the points that further and by virtue of the mandate bestowed upon me, upon your office, pursuant to section blah, 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 that you avail me the following information, documentations, and forms filed by the Secretary General or the National Chairman to your office purported to originate from Jubilee Party. So these guys are now going for these documents. If there were documents which are submitted to the register of political parties by the Secretary General and by the chairman, they want them. Because once they have those documents, that's the only time they can go to court. Now let us go to these 10 questions which is asking for from the registrar. Number one, the first thing they're asking for is any document or form filed regarding the change or intended change of the constitution of the party. So this tells you that there are even attempts to change the constitution of Jubilee Party. We might not even know, maybe Jubilee Party constitution has been changed. And if you listened to David Murathe yesterday, he was very clear that the people who are mandated in running day-to-day affairs of the party were that the National Management Committee. That's the one which is mandated to run the day-to-day activity. So probably that management committee had sat down and agreed to make certain changes within the party, and allies of the DP were not aware. They were still busy campaigning in the streets of Nairobi and other villages. Number two, the other document they want is any document of any form filed for the change or intended change of the constitution or membership of party officials to any Jubilee Party organs. So they want that document which was submitted because these guys had requested change of party organs, officials of party organs. So they want that particular document which these guys used, because probably these guys use certain constitution to change. So once they have that document, then they can then now go to the to court and nullify that move. The third thing they want is any minute of any meeting of the National Executive Committee or any other organ of Jubilee Party from September 2017 to date. NEC. And of course, the NEC of Jubilee Party has never met since 2017. And this is why they are seeking for this information. Because remember, yesterday, David Murathe said he can't sit with the deputy president in a NEC. Because for him, he believes that's not the right person for him. So David Murathe is not aware if the NEC met. He doesn't want to know. But these guys are asking because they know. Probably someone submitted forged documents of a NEC meeting. Number four, the fourth document they want is any minutes of any other meetings convened by Jubilee Party from September 2017 to date. So what does this tell you? That if there's any meeting of Jubilee Party which has ever happened, then probably the allies of the DP have always been kept out of those meetings. Because from what I can read here is that from 2017 up to now, Jubilee as a political party has not met. The last time they met was probably in December. Remember, we had elections in August. So probably they also met again in September here to plan how to go for the rerun, which was in October. Something like that. Number five, they want any correspondence regarding the decisions of Jubilee Party on postponement of party elections. Remember, Jubilee Party was supposed to have elections in March. That one cannot happen. And Rafael Tuju said some of the documents, the changes they were making, was because some of those documents, some of the requirements could not be met. So he wants to know if Rafael Tuju wrote to register political party, what did Registrar ask them to do? And what are some of these requirements which the party could not fulfill? So very interesting politics in Jubilee Party. Number six, they also want any correspondence from Jubilee Party of registrations of any party officials from September 2017 to date. Because they are not suspecting if these three individuals were going to, these six individuals are going to be added. They were only lucky because a gazette notice was issued. What if a gazette notice was never issued? Is there a chance that there are certain officials who have been kicked out of the Jubilee Party? And this is where they are targeting David Murathe. Was there a chance that David Murathe wrote an application, a letter to Registrar to expunge his name from Jubilee Party? And if it was rejected, why was it rejected? And if David Murathe is still a party member of Jubilee and still an official, probably they want to use this now to deal with it. Number 7, any respondents of appointment of national party officials from September to date. 2017 to now. So some of these things, in my view, the deputy president and his allies ought to have thought that Jubilee was a political party and they needed a political party in 2017, in 2022. So I'm sure if they were wise enough, some of these things they're doing now, they could have done before. In fact, when they announced that party was going to have elections and the DP himself made that announcement and assured party supporters, that was the right time to seek for some of this information, even if not all of them. But he ought to have sought for some of this information so that he's prepared. This is how Raila Odinga has always managed his politics. Even when he was dealing with IBC, they were documenting everything. Anything they raised, documented through a lawyer, documented. So they cornered IBC to an extent that by the time people are going to elections, IBC could not run away because some of those documented evidence were there. Okay. Number 8. The 8th thing they are requesting is any filing of party returns from September to date. September 2017. So political parties always file returns every single year. Every single year. So Jubilee Party has been filing these returns. So what they want here, in my view, is they want to know how the party has been spending the money which the party has been having. Because Jubilee as a political party receives the highest funding from taxpayers' money. Members are contributing money to this party to run the secretariat. So they want to know how those monies have been used from 2017 up to now. And number 9, they want certified copies of the constitution of Jubilee Party deposited in Jubilee office. Because this happens, maybe Jubilee has a constitution which is given to the members. And then there is another constitution which was deposited by the Registrar political party. Because the ones which is deposited by the Registrar, that's the document which is authentic. The other ones you might have are not true. Just the same way people have been questioning the authenticity of the BBI report which was launched. Whether there is another one. That's exactly what's happening here. These guys are not even sure whether the party constitution they have is the one, or they want it to be certified so that once they decide to go to court, then the registrar cannot unleash to them another party constitution. And lastly, they want certified copies of the Code of Conduct and Regulations of Jubilee Party deposited with your office. So this is where they want to pin people like Rafael Tojo, people like David Murathe. And I think if this will go to court, this is where the big war is going to be. Is the deputy president working in line with the Jubilee constitution? Or probably they want this so that if the DP is not working in tandem with the party's constitution, then they can figure out how to cover it at that stage. So let us wait for what's happening. But tomorrow I want to analyze into details the game plan of the deputy president and his allies, especially why they had to write those many protest letters and why they had to publish this particular list of members of parliament who signed that document. I don't know what you think. That's my take. And thank you for now. And if you're banking on this video for the first time, please kindly just hit subscribe button so that next time we produce a similar video, you get notified. And to the subscribers, I want to call you. Thank you guys from wherever you are. Thank you. And you can always reach me on my WhatsApp number, which is 0777 741323. 0777 741323. So just reach me on that WhatsApp number anytime, any day. And as usual, the only request I make on this platform is one: help me create interactions. You can only do that by either giving the video thumbs up or thumbs down, so that if the thumbs up are high, I know the video is good, then I can improve. If it's low, I know the kind of content is not good for you guys, then I stop doing such kind of videos. But the best one is just to drop your comment. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day.